Howdy, everybody. It's your pal Misty. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. We are back to our regular Monday night live streams. Thank you for being here. Sorry I was a little bit late. Had technical difficulties. It's fine. It's like we hadn't done this in a couple of days and I forgot how it all worked, but it's fine. We're here. We're back. Hello and good evening. Hey, Chris, thanks for being here. Thank you to my lovely moderator, Cheryl, for being here. We appreciate you, Cheryl. Let's see everybody chatting back and forth. Mary is still at work but listening. We appreciate you being here to listen, Mary. Yeah, safe travels. Hey, Tia, thanks for being here. We appreciate you, Tia. And Sue's here. Hey, Sue, welcome to the Monday Night Live stream. So yeah, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. I have kind of missed y'all a little bit doing the live stream every day and then not talking to y'all for for several days. It felt a little bit different. It was also nice to not have something to do every day at 5 o'clock. So not that a schedule is bad, but it has felt like I've had a little bit of a vacation, which is kind of how I've spent the last few days. I did all of my stuff for unemployment early in the week before Christmas. And then obviously we had Christmas last week, which was super fun. My friends were very kind to me, both for our Vlogmas and the gifts that I got to unwrap for that. And then for the things that they got me, the things that I got myself with the money that they gave me. And then I actually just got another care package the other day from my coach, Kirsten. She gifted some of us in the Fit Squad who had been around since the beginning a few extra gifts. So, in fact, she got me this towel, random, but she got me this towel. Look, it's huge. Look how big it is. It's a microfiber towel, but oh my goodness, it works so well. I mean, it's soft, but I don't know how to describe it. It's different than what I'm used to when I hear microfiber. When I hear microfiber, I'm used to what I normally use, which is these kind of rags. That one obviously needs to be washed. It needs to be put in the washer, but those are normally what I use. And I like to use, I know it's silly, but like one side is fluffy and the other side is softer. So I do like to use the softer side on my face, but then I use the rougher side to get all the sweat off. So I don't know. It's fun. Anyway, so I had a great Christmas. Thank you all for being here for that. Thank you for everyone who was here for Vlogmas, or if you were here for part of Fitmas. I appreciate that as well. That is definitely something that I intend on keeping up on some level. Hey, Lori's here. Hey, Lori. And Gina. Gina, you're right on time. I know, right, Tia? And then when you mentioned that it would be really good for the gym, I was like, oh, I hadn't even thought of using it at the gym, but it's so big. I don't even, what's the rain leaf? No telling where she got it, but evidently this is only a medium. It's 20 by 40. So they make them even bigger. But yeah, I was thinking like you can put this down on the bench before you use it, because I don't know about y'all, I'd be real sweaty, and in the gym stuff, it'd be getting a little bit gross. Hey, Mama, happy to see you here. Happy Monday. So yeah, so that's pretty much been what I did last week. I had Christmas. I finished up Vlogmas. I did my little Fitmas workout on Christmas, and then opened my gifts from my mother, which Mickey sleeps great. His ears are solid though, so like he's got to be in the right position, but we're making it work. We're figuring it out. I'm figuring out how to, well, hello, Barnum. Barnum is like, is it live stream time? Yes, sir, it is. It's live stream time. You were missing it. You going to come in here? I moved their beds into the other room, and I think that threw him off a little bit, but it's fine. So yeah, so welcome to your Monday night live stream. I really didn't do anything else because I've just sort of it's funny. Everybody's been talking about this last week where, you know, you're all in that I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time. Is it morning? Is it not? Is it Tuesday? That's been my life for the last 2 months. So welcome to my life where you have to tell yourself every freaking day what day it is multiple times and remind yourselves that you do live streams on Monday and set reminders and alarms to set up your live stream. It was a lot going on, guys. Then I was still like a minute or two late. Yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate y'all very much. So then I went for the walk with the girls yesterday. That was fun. It was a fun and a little bit of an accidental adventure and longer walk than we anticipated, but it was fun because I don't know. We were probably only a mile and a half in, and then I had to go to the bathroom. Like, it was one of those where, look, yeah, I overshare. So y'all are used to me. I wasn't sure if it was just gas and I didn't want to trust the fart. That's the truth. I could have. Turns out I could have, but I was not willing to take that bet on a walk where we're a mile and a half away from our car. So I reached out to our navigator, aka Natasha, and I was like, "Where's the bathroom?" She's like, "Well, there's one where we came, or there's one about a mile ahead." So a mile ahead was closer than a mile and a half back, but it made our walk a 5-mile walk, which is fine. It's no problem. We used to walk 5 miles consistently. We just haven't been walking quite that long recently. But we were under no time crunches or anything like that. And then we got to go to Baby Barnaby's, Barnaby's is the restaurant that we used to go to all the time when we first started walking. And then we found this little offshoot one near some of the other places. So had breakfast there, and then otherwise I really haven't done anything other than edit videos. I edited 4 different videos, 4 or 5. I edited 4 or 5 videos now. I don't remember. I think it might have been 5 actually, of things that I filmed during Vlogmas but did not put out because I was already putting out 2 videos a day. So you can expect to see those coming soon as well. Otherwise, I think what we're going to do for tonight, for the last live stream of the year, is me just sort of talk about my 2024 year in review and then announce my 2025 word of the year. So let me just make sure everybody is still good. Okay. Just making sure there were no new comments or anything. Excuse me. Let me take a little sip. So I did edit videos today, but that was for fun. I also filed for unemployment because I need it. I have enough for rent, but I need this check and the next check to make sure I have enough for January. Because this one that I'll be getting this week won't quite give me enough to put me in. But it's been fine. Everything's been working really well. And I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do, how I want to move forward, what 2025 is going to look like. And it's been a little bit of a struggle because I have no idea what it's going to look like. Because when the possibilities are endless, it's hard to make a plan. Because what am I planning on? I don't know. I don't know what my life's going to look like. So it's really hard for me to plan. And one thing that I have learned in the last 2 months of not having a job is, one, I am a worker. And 2, I like plans. I don't think that was new. I think I knew that, but I like I like having plans. I like knowing what things are going to be. I know what they're going to look like. I know, and I don't know any of that. And it's a little unnerving. Gina says she's glad you made it. You probably would have acted like an animal looking for a bush. Look, if that was going to be my option, I was going to take it. But we were on Buffalo Bayou in Houston. For those of you who aren't in the area, it's near downtown, and it's a bayou that runs along. And so there's pathways on either side of the bayou. And there was some type of run. It was a 5K, a 10K, and almost a half. Is what it was called. So I guess their half marathon was a little shy of 13.1. So there was a lot of people, but still plenty of room for everybody to walk. There were people on bikes, so we would try to take the non-bike path, which was a lot more up and down, but elevation never hurt anybody. So, uh, oh, look at this. Way too many people. I didn't think there was a lot of people, but I was still impressed with how many people we saw and how it really wasn't that bad. I mean, we had to stay to one side. We were walking in the line a lot, but I mean, it's not horrible. And there for about 30 minutes, I don't that mile walk to the bathroom, I don't really remember. I was in so much pain. I have irritable bowel syndrome, and it basically felt like I had a tennis ball with spikes trying to move through my body. It was no good. It was no good. Uh oh, hold on. Let me go find. Cheryl asked Gina if she's on Instagram, and Gina said no, but she's thinking about jumping into social media. Girl, do it. Do it. We'd love to have you. Join the Discord. Join Instagram. Chat with us. We love having you around. Yeah. Cheryl's a good chatter. I'm not always the best chatter, but I try. Hey, Tasheri is here. Hey, Tasheri. And Tamika. Hey, Tamika. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining the Monday Night Live stream. Elevation. I know. Tina's probably shut up. You don't know anything about Elevation. Hey, look, she's in Colorado, for those of you who may not know. So she's actually like at an elevation. I'm like here in Houston. I'm in an elevation difference of like 20 feet. But that's a big difference for it's like a hill almost. We were walking hills a little bit. It was probably, I don't know, Mary, maybe I'm making it up in my brain because I had to go to the bathroom so bad, which at the end of the day, I didn't have to go to the bathroom. And for fun, because this is the way my life always works out. So if you haven't figured it out already, I just had gas and I felt confident, but not 100%. So best not to test it. So, of course, I went into the bathroom and got ready just in case. And then everybody who was running the race came in behind me. Sorry for you. Hopefully it wasn't smelly. I let it all out. I felt a ton better. And then the girls came in and they were like, I was like, did y'all see like everybody? They're like, yeah, we were waiting. I was like, thanks. That's nice of you to do that. But Mary, did it not feel like a lot of elevation? It felt like it, right? Confirmed for me that I'm not crazy, and that felt like some crazy elevation for us. So anyway, it was a good walk. That happens. Sometimes old lady bladder sets in and we just got to turn around. But I was like, I need the closest space. And the closest space was a mile away, but in the wrong direction. And then I'm like, why did we go that way? And Mary's like, because you needed the closest space. And I was like, oh, right. I did. You're right. I did need the closest space. Cheryl says, you got to be good at something. Oh, Tia says it's a huge difference. She's not poking fun. Not this time. No, Lori. Is it like Pyramid Hill? No, I'm gonna just by the fact that you asked with a laugh, I'm gonna assume that's that place with all those statues that we went to. Where you should have driven that, not walked it. But we didn't. We walked it. No, it wasn't like that. If you added all the hills up without considering the fact that we went back down, maybe. But no, that was stupid. Why did we do that? Who did we think we are? Some fit old ladies. And we did it. I mean, we crushed it and we felt fine. It's just, it takes a lot out of you. Yeah, more hills than we're used to, right? I feel like Houston is normally known for being very flat. And for that, it seemed like there were actually more hills than what we're used to. So, anyway, so let's get into the recap of 2024. So 2024 overall, I mean, it was a good year for me, right? I'm in my 5th year of right. So be done with my 5 years in February of starting this weight loss expedition. And so, and y'all know I say the same things over and over again because I mean them and they're true to me and I like to share. But no, let me just back up. So 2024, I'm going to back up. We're just going to go a different direction because that one might make me cry. Well, we may cry anyway. That's fine. It's been a little bit of a weird year. So the year started off well. All things in play. Actually, let me back up even farther than that. Sorry, I'm just backing up. Okay, you're laughing again. So yeah, that must be the hill she's talking about. We were stupid. Look at that. We just pump each other up. I mean, it's good to have friends to pump you up. In fact, the other day at Fit Squad, because I've actually been thinking about it. I'm just going to share this and then I'll get back to my words of the year. But I was telling them because I've really been thinking about what I want to do. And I kept seeing all these different things. And the word gateway just kept coming up in different, the gateway arch, the gateway drug, things like that. And so I was telling them, I want to be people's gateway to fitness. I want you to see me thinking it's so much fun that maybe you should try it. And then once you try it, you get addicted. That's what I hope for. Like, that's kind of what I want to do. And so that's part of why I've picked the word for this year that I did. But let me talk a little bit about goals and word of the year. So I am bad with goals. I challenge myself to different things. I participate in a challenge every month with my coach over at Quick Fit Home Workouts. But I'm really bad with goals. And you got to know yourself, right? Like, know yourself. I am the type of person who will set a goal for myself and then just over and over and over sabotage that goal because I think it's silly. Why did I set a goal? We're not going to hit that goal. You can't hit it. And it just, whatever goal I want, my brain sabotage it. We're not doing that. We wrote it down. Now we're not going to do that. We wrote it down. We made it official. Now we can't do it. Like, I have rebelled like a child against my own goals. How many years have I wanted to hit 1,000 subs? Are we there yet? No. Have I ever actually cared? No. And that's part of the problem. I set goals that feel like good goals for people to set. And that's just not what works for me. Y'all know Deanna over at Adventures of Deanna is one of my very good friends. And Jess Kaplan, who is often here for the live streams as well. They actually just both shared the same little journal, right? But they write stuff down, and a lot of people that works really well, and they write down their goals and then they focus on meeting those goals. And for whatever reason, I'm a child in my brain that it doesn't work for me. So a few years ago, I heard about word of the year here on YouTube. And I was like, oh, a word to kind of guide where I'm going, what I'm doing, things of that nature, right? So that would have been, oh, wait, what year would that have been? When did I start it? Hold on. I have to think of my words of the year. So this will be my 4th year. So I started in 2022. So I would have picked it in the end of the year 2021. So for 2022, my word of the year was evolve. I was newly into the weight loss still for the most part. I still had more weight to lose at that point. I had not reached, I don't even know that I'd reached Wonderland by that point, maybe in 2022. Yeah, I think I had reached Wonderland by that point, but was not yet at my lowest weight. It all gets a little bit blurry in the remembering part of it, but my word was to evolve because the thing about a lifestyle change is it changes your life. It sounds so easy, and yet it's not, because, and it's hard for me to explain this to people, but for like friends or, acquaintances that I knew 5 years ago, I do look different, obviously, right? Because I'm half my size, but I still look like me. And I'm still happy, and I'm still smart, and I'm still funny, and I'm still, entertaining. I'm still the things that they think of me as, but truly at my core, I'm different. And at first, that was really hard for me because I didn't think that I had any problem with who I was. But what I realized was it wasn't that I didn't have a problem with how I looked or how big I was. It was simply the fact that I just didn't care. I didn't care about what I looked like. I didn't care about how big I was because I didn't care about me. And even though I didn't know y'all then, I didn't care about anybody. I didn't care. I just didn't care. That's the truth. I was passively killing myself. We've talked about that. So once I had realized that I was losing weight, I was really into fitness, and I was starting to enjoy it, it really shifted things for me. And I'm like, I have to become a new person. And change is scary for me. Again, this is all for me. Change is scary. I don't like it. I have fought against change my whole life. So I picked the word evolve because I knew I would be changing, growing, shrinking in size, but growing in every other manner, right? And what I found in that year is I evolved in a lot of ways. My love of fitness evolved. My love of myself evolved, which those things then helped my love of my community evolve. And the community really started to grow. We started to get close knit. I've made a lot of great friends here on YouTube. And that all came as part of that evolution, a change in mindset to know that it is okay to not be who you were. Right, I've kind of talked about this before about body positivity. You can be positive about the body you're in right now, but that doesn't mean that you can't also change it. It doesn't mean that the body that you're in right now isn't good. It is good. That body that you have right now today is keeping you alive today. It allowed you to wake up this morning. It allowed you to do whatever you could do, even if you have limitations. Your body still did that for you, right? But the mental shift was very profound for me because then I realized that I really couldn't support everybody else and love on everybody else when I wasn't allowing myself to love on and support myself. So evolution was a great thing for me and a wonderful year, and it turned out to be a great word. So then in 2023, I wanted to pick another word. I also picked goals that year, which I don't remember what they are, and I don't think I met them. I think I set weight loss goals and YouTube goals. So I might have set the weight loss goals. I don't remember what they are. I don't remember if I met them or if they didn't, but I remember all of my words of the year. So that shows that it's gone. So my first word was evolve. The next year, as I was growing and as things were changing and as I was becoming a totally different person, I started to get real afraid. because I didn't like it. I didn't I didn't want to change, but once I started, I changed, and then I couldn't ever go back. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back. Sorry, I'm going back in the comments, and then we'll get back to the next word of the year. It was fear. I'm going to spoiler alert. The word for 2023 was fear. Gina says she enjoyed fitness. You found your calling. I do. I want to be your gateway drug into fitness, Gina. Come on, let's do it. Gina says she has the death of the journals that most people have, is where she fills out the first few pages, then puts it down. Says Wonderland reminds you of Weight Watchers. Oh, is that a Weight Watchers term? I just hear so many people say it on YouTube that I have adopted it. Oh no, Sue, take your time. Take your time. Just listen, do whatever you need to do. This is very casual. I just appreciate y'all being here. Cheryl says journals are fun. You feel exhausted after I fill out all the pages to start the year out. Then I find myself like that takes too much time, so you don't continue to write in them. I mean, yeah, it is time consuming. And here's the thing, like, and I think y'all probably know this about me, but it's not that I don't practice self-reflection. It's not that I don't contemplate, not maybe necessarily goals, but next steps to achieve things that I want to achieve. They may not be very specific, which is important for goal setting, but they they do work for me. Y'all like the word evolve? It was a very good. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, Gina says Cheryl, she thought she would journal after she lost her mom. Instead, you call her phone and talk to her. Oh, you call your mom's phone too. Hey, look, I know a lot of people do that. If it comforts you to call your mom or, call your mom's phone and talk to her, I just talk to my daddy just wherever I am because he's there. So I just start talking to the man whenever I got something to tell him. But it is part of that habit, right? The habit is you pick up the phone and you call her, and that's part of what your connection was. So I totally get that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So anyway, so 2023, my word was fear. And I went back and forth on whether or not to pick the word because for me, words are very important. The words that I use, the words that I say to myself, the words that I use to speak with y'all, words have always been very important to me. And so I struggled at first in choosing that word because I felt like fear was a negative. And I didn't want to choose a negative word to focus on all year. And just it kept, if God wants me to get a message, boy, he's just going to shove it down my face. And he shoved the word fear in all aspects down my face that year. So I knew that was my word. So I chose the word fear. And for those of you who were here, my goal was to conquer it as I had a life. I was alive, but I was not living. And happy does. For me, happy is not a feeling. Happy is an action. And so I wanted to do happy. I wanted to do things that drove happiness and not let fear stop me. So anytime I would find something that I was afraid of, I took it on and I tried to conquer it. One of those things being my personal trainer certification. That was a huge fear for me. Not so much that I couldn't pass the test. I'm pretty good at tests. But I was fearful because it meant so much. And I know I don't have the typical fitness story. I don't have the typical fitness look. I don't know all the words. I don't know all the, it's like, so I was afraid to do that. But I'd already asked for the gift. I'd already chosen my word, and I knew I was going in strong. And it worked. And oof. So another reason that I chose the word fear was because that year prior in October, my dad died. And several of you know, I broke into pieces. And I was afraid that I was never going to be able to put them back. And I was fearful of what it would look like without him. And I just couldn't comprehend, and knew that life is for the living. You can't just be happy, you have to do happy. And I was letting fear hold me back from that. So we did it. We studied, we got our certification for my dad's birthday present that year, even though he wasn't here physically to celebrate with me. And then after that, I went to see Deanna, which was the first trip in this new life that I have that I had taken on my own. I had traveled the year before to Las Vegas with Amy and Dana, her wife, but it was meeting someone that I didn't actually know, even though I feel like I know Deanna because we've been friends for so many years now, but I didn't really know her. Traveling on my own, staying in an Airbnb where, it was like, those things are scary for me because I always keep a car and insurance because I feel like I'm not smart enough to take the bus. Have you tried to take a bus? It's complicated. Like my brain, it just, some things feel really hard, and traveling feels really hard for me. But I did it, and it was great. And I had so much fun with Deanna in St. Louis. We did so many things. We traveled. She just drove me around. We looked at all kind of things. And so I felt like really in 2023, I did a really good job of overcoming fear, things that prevented me from doing happy. Don't just be about it. Do something about it, right? You can be happy. Do happy. Okay, hold on. Oh, Sue, she said she stopped smoking. Cross fingers that it sticks. Look, my mom says I don't get to count myself as a smoker because I didn't smoke very much, but I did smoke for a little bit, Mama, and I did stop. But that is very hard. That's one of the hardest addictions to give up. It's a lot of that hand to mouth. And that's why a lot of people, when they stop smoking, gain weight, because they go other things from their hand to their mouth instead of the cigarette or whatever, right? I don't know exactly what, if it was cigarettes or cigars, or I know Black and Milds, things like that. I don't know, but good luck to you, Sue. You can do it. You absolutely can do it. And hopefully you'll be able to feel a difference in a short enough amount of time that will sort of keep you motivated. Sherry says, I too start a lot of journals, but don't finish. You do try to write every day, though, even if it's just your affirmations. Never want to sink back into despair. Yep, absolutely. And like I said, writing them down helps a lot of people. In fact, one of the times that I did write down affirmations was a few months ago when work was too much. It was too much. It just, I should have quit them a long time. Anyway, it's fine. We didn't. And now we're where we are, right? But that's cool. But I was doing the doorway affirmations, which, if you've not heard me talk about that, every time you go through a doorway, you say an affirmation because it's this weird phenomenon that your brain resets on some level, especially for people that are neurodivergent in different forms. But I couldn't remember enough affirmations and I would start to panic about leaving the room. So I wrote down a bunch of affirmations that Deanna actually gave me in my Discord, and then some that I had, and I actually posted them on Post-it notes until I could get used to not panicking about them, because I know affirmations. I try to speak positively to myself all the time. Um, but I got in this panic where I was like, I can't go to the bathroom because I can't think of 4 affirmations. So I do understand the writing it down. And I know for some people, seeing the words helps. I do a lot of self-reflection. I do a lot of thinking, but I just don't write it down. Everybody's wishing you luck, Sue. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Yeah, you can do it. Keep us posted, Sue. We'll check in on you. Gina says she loves that. Conquering your fear. Fear holds you back. Fear absolutely held me back from doing the things that made me happy because I was too scared to do them. In looking back, how ridiculous is that? And in looking forward, I know that's still there. I know there's still things that I don't do because I'm too scared. That's part of the reason why I started playing on playground equipment, because I don't know what my body can do. And so how am I going to grow or do anything if I don't climb that rock wall? If I don't go over that little spider web? Try it. I mean, I'm not dangerous about it. It's not like I'm trying to do parkour or, I'm just trying to climb a kid's toy and slide down a ladder. But for me, it's so freeing and so fun because I can do those things where I couldn't do those things before. Gina says she felt that. She's just in her little bubble now. You and your Coco. Sue said she started to smoke when you was 12 and you'll be 55 next birthday. You absolutely can do it. My dad smoked up until he had his quadruple bypass and then stopped for the last several years of his life. Yep, you've got this, Sue. I don't know if you're using anything to help you, but willpower is a powerful thing. And if you identify as a smoker, that's a thing that you're going to have to change because now you're not. So you're not a smoker anymore, Sue. I don't know if you were aware, but as of today, you're not a smoker. But you got to get your brain behind that, right? Anyway, so, and that's why the words of the year work really well for me. All right, so let's move forward. So this past year, to recap, 2024, we're getting there. Gina says she just pictured me on the pole at the playground saying "we." Yeah, that I scream and giggle a bunch. Mary loves it. It makes me very happy. I am like a child because it's a childlike wonder. Why not? People's too grown. You're just too grown sometimes. That's all. I mean, I tell everybody all the time that I live in my happy bubble, but there are people, not that you're this person, Gina, but you also mentioned something about, just being in your own little thing, but in your own little bubble. But I'm in a happy bubble, but my bubble is informed. It's not a naivety bubble. I understand. I separate myself from those things. Because why? The biggest mindset shift that I have had is I never realized how negative I was all the time about everything. I could always find the positive in other people. My mom says that's one of my superpowers, is being able to find the good things in others, but that's because I love people. I do. Y'all scare me a little bit. But that's not a you thing. That's a me thing, and I can't be afraid. No smoking quitting aids, cold turkey. You got this. You got this. Take some deep breaths. Remember to do that, though. That's really a real thing. Like, that people will get sick when they stop smoking because they stop taking in the deep breaths. So literally just Go to wherever you used to smoke, take some deep breaths. Get those lungs working. Mary says it's fun to watch me. Well, that's good. I mean, I'm glad that you love to watch me because I love to do it. So in 2023, in 2022, we evolved. And then in 2023, we conquered fear. We didn't conquer it, but we did a whole lot of really scary stuff and felt really good about it. So this last year, my word of the year was stamina. And the reason that I picked that word was I I don't even really know how to explain it to other people. I know what it means to me. Let me see if I can come up with a way to sort of explain it to you. So stamina for me was I'm consistent. Like I do my workout every day. Monday through Saturday, I walk on Sundays. I'm consistent. But it became a checkbox. Not in a negative way, because I still believe doing it's better than not. But I wasn't pushing myself. I was stuck at 12 pounds. I didn't do very much cardio at all. And I just felt sort of in my fitness and in trying to accomplish things that I wanted to accomplish that I had become sort of stagnant. So I wanted to work on stamina, both mentally and physically. Let's check y'all's comments real fast. Gina says, sounds like there was a lot behind that smile when you first saw of you in the car years ago. Yeah, I mean, that's it. And I don't even know if this is a true statement to say or if it'll even make sense, but I wasn't unhappy. I just also wasn't happy. I just was. Because I wasn't dead yet. So, I mean, might as well, get through the day. I wasn't living the day. I wasn't looking forward to the day. I was just getting through the day. But I would never say that I was unhappy. I just was nothing. So I started doing those videos to talk to my mom. And that's where all that started. Food reviews, movie reviews, just talking about different topics. I really just talked to my mom. Nowadays, I still say that's how the videos go, but I think of y'all when I'm doing videos, and obviously I talk to you live on the live streams, right? And y'all are in my head a lot more than y'all probably realize because I'm not very good at verbalizing. I'll think of people, but I won't message you to tell you that I'm thinking about you. I'll be thinking, ooh, this is neat. Like Gina would think this is funny, but I won't share it with you. I don't know why. That's why I say I'm not the best friend. I'm bad. I'll check in on people who check in on me, but if you leave it up just to me to check in on you, I'm probably going to forget. But it's not that I don't care about you. It's not that I haven't thought about you and prayed for you today and all the things. I don't do the contact part. I do the thinking part. I do the thinking part real good. The telling you that I'm thinking about it, not so great. But we're all works in progress. And that's something that I'm working on, being a better communicator with my friends. This week, like I said, when I went to Amy's because I was sad, she always opens up the invitation I'm always welcome over there. There's never a time when I'm not welcome. Call first, obviously, because they might not be home. But when she said, please come over, either, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday last week. So basically Christmas Adam, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do. I need like a time and come over Tuesday at 2. That I could do. But just stay anytime in the next 3 days is not something that I feel comfortable with. Even though she's been my best friend for almost 20 years, it's my brain, everything in my body rebels against that. Like open invitations are freaky. Give me a time and a place, please. That's what I need, a time and a place. But I did it. I called her and I was like, hey, can I come over? And it worked out better for me and for her. I'm just not always really good at the communication part. So it's building that stamina to do that. So there are people that now I talk to every day. And I make an effort to remember to talk to those people every day. I have tried to at least say hello and good morning, if nothing else, to my Discord every day. I think there were a few times this year where I ghosted y'all for a day or two at a time, but I'm trying to build up that people stamina because I want to work with people. I want to help people. I want people to feel, I want to be your gateway drug into health and fitness because it has changed my life. I feel better than I ever have. And I'm so excited to live every day, even when I'm sad. I'm still excited for the day. And that's kind of what threw me off this last month, where I was in a depression through all of Vlogmas. But I didn't realize it until the day after Christmas. Because when I woke up the day after Christmas, even though I was vomiting, evidently fish are friends and not food, because I had a violent reaction to sushi. It's no fun. Anyway. Hold on. I'm sorry. I got distracted by her comment. Mary said it was scary meeting a stranger at the park to take a walk, but we did it, and now we're great friends. We absolutely are. I can do scary things. Gina says she would have had her finger on the pepper spray. She's a mess. She's bigger than me. She's maybe 2 inches taller than me, but she's bigger than me. She beat me up. She does beat me up though, but I deserve it, and I love it. It's my favorite. Oh, Gina says I made her smile when you let me know you tried windmill cookies. See, yeah, Gina, it's things like that. Like I saw windmill cookies. I think of Gina. I said, but then I did actually put it in the video, and I told you. So see, I'm getting better about telling y'all when I'm thinking about y'all, because I think about y'all all the time. But I don't know why, and I guess it's because not that I don't appreciate when people reach out to me and tell me that you're thinking about me, but. And maybe it's selfish, but I just assume people think about me from time to time because I think about them from time to time. We need to tell each other? Well, yes. Damn it. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you need to tell that person that you're thinking about them. I'm real bad about that. So I'm getting better. So stamina. Oh, they were also good. Yeah, them windmill cookies were good. There was not a windmill on my windmill cookies, Gina, but Gina says she calls her 97-year-old auntie every Tuesday before Judge Judy. Hey, I mean, habits are also good, Gina says she grew up with those. All she wanted was chocolate chips and Oreos. Cheryl says sometimes they need to just hear that someone is thinking of them. I know, Cheryl. I know. And I'm real bad at it. I mean, if it was up to me, I probably wouldn't. I would message most of y'all on a regular basis in the past. That's the truth. I'm different now because now I'm better about it. Now I try to tell people. I even reach out and text people from time to time, on the side, like, or Instagram message them or be like, hey, I've been thinking about you. Hey, just wanted to say hi. I'm bad about it because I think about you and then I forgot that I thought about you until I think about you again. Anyway, so I realize I kind of ended up doing a 2022, 2023, 2024 recap, but that's okay. So the last reason that I picked stamina was physical endurance. Originally, I had actually thought about doing it on this live stream. And I may still, I don't know, y'all let me know what you think if y'all want me to do that or not. But, and I have done it already. I did it it was in November sometime. I didn't even film it or anything. But my goal was I got the rebounder, my mini trampoline, and I wanted to be able to bounce on it for an hour. And I wanted to be able to get up to 15 pounds in my workouts, like for the whole workout, use nothing but a 15-pound dumbbell. And I've done both of those things. So I consistently use 15-pound dumbbells for the entire workout and often go heavier than that now. And then, like I said, about a month and a half ago, I did a full hour on the rebounder nonstop, just bouncing the whole time. And I did think about doing that tonight just to be like, hey, here's my stamina and try to talk to y'all. But it wasn't that I was afraid I wouldn't be able to talk. I was literally afraid I wouldn't be able to read, and it would make me nauseous trying to read y'all's comments and bounce at the same time because of my vertigo. So we nixed that, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I guess, but because part of me just wants to prove it. I just want to prove it, but I don't need to prove it to y'all. It's just something fun to do, right? So anyway, I nixed that for fear that I wouldn't be able to actually do that. Now might be a good time for me. And I did want to talk about my recap and the years that I've had and where I want to go. So again, so stamina. So I worked on my stamina, both mental stamina, relationship stamina, and physical fitness stamina. So I feel like overall it's been a successful year, and I have worked on and achieved those things. So even the goal, I don't even know if I had goals last year. Does anybody remember? Y'all may remember. Y'all have some good memories out there. I probably have a video on it, but I don't even remember if I set goals last year. I think I did, but I don't remember what they were. So this year, I'm not setting any goals. Not setting any goals because they don't work for me, and I'll rebel against any goal. Like I don't want to hit it. Like, because I realize once you hit the goal, you can always set a new one, but it feels so final when you hit a goal versus, I want to be able to use 15 pounds through a workout. That's not the ultimate goal. That was just the next step, right? I believe in steps, and I know that on some level, small steps are our goals, right? I just can't set the year's too long. I just can't set things for next year as like goal. So that's why I do the word of the year. So thank you all for being here for such a long time. Are you ready for my 2025 word of the year? Because I'm finally going to share, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I picked it. And then we're going to spend the rest of the year talking about it indirectly, not directly, but indirectly. So for 2025, I had two words that really came to me over and again. I believe that God gives me messages in all sorts of ways, and sometimes it's by shoving it down my face. So I had two, and I normally share what other, like last year, or the year before. I think it was last year. Yeah, because I ended up with stamina, but like another word that I had was push, because I wanted to push myself. I wanted to push the community. I wanted to push, but I ended up with stamina. And so this year, coming up in 2025, I have no idea what it looks like. I don't know what I'll be doing for work. I don't know if I'll even still be living here after this lease is up. I don't know. It's like anything could happen. The possibilities are limitless. And when the possibilities are limitless, my brain is out of control. So my 2025 word of the year is focus. You got to focus. You have to rein yourself in, Misty. Your brain can be all over the place, but you have to focus on myself, on my relationships, with food, with fitness, family, friends, all of it. I have to focus. The possibilities can still be limitless, but you have to put in work. You can set a goal, and if you do nothing, chances are you're probably not going to hit it. You might accidentally, but chances are pretty good that you won't. Focus. What do I want to do? Well, I want to be your gateway into health and fitness because it's changed my life. And I know that it could change yours. And it's very exciting for me. And I know y'all like to watch me do things that I find exciting. And maybe I can loop you in and trick you into trying it. And then 2 years later, you'll be doing workouts or going for accidental 5-mile walks. When in the past, you had to train 3 months just to walk 3 miles. And were crushed for a week after. I do have a blister on my foot today. I'm not going to lie, but that was because it was cold and I wore socks. And y'all know I'm not a sock wearer. Well, I wear socks all the time in my apartment because I don't wear shoes. But I do wear like grippy yoga socks all the time. But when I'm out, I don't wear socks with my shoes. I wear barefoot shoes and no socks. So I wore socks because it was cold and them darn socks rubbed a blister on my foot. Anyway, I'm still fine. I led an hour workout this morning. It was great. Man, it's so much fun. Like, y'all just don't even understand. I mean, maybe y'all do because y'all see me, but like, I've got to lead Fit Squad. On Thursday, I was supposed to lead. I did not because I was violently ill from, I guess, the sushi. That's the only thing that I can think of. But again, I did this thing to myself where I can't pick out if it's the sushi because I also had so much gluten. I also had so much sugar. It was the holidays. I was eating all kinds of crazy things that I normally wouldn't eat. So was it the sushi or was it the sushi on top of all that other stuff? I don't know. Anyway, so I didn't lead Thursday, but I led Friday, I led Saturday, I led today, and I'm leading tomorrow, and I'm super excited about it because it gives me practice in leading groups, it gives me practice in programming. But dadgum, it's just fun to help other people do things that I know can make them feel better. And I can't control the food that you put in your mouth. Only you can control that. But I can help you with fitness. So part of my focus this year will be fitness related. That's part of why I started Fitmas for this month. But I think what I want to do and what's going to be the most helpful for being that gateway is just know that what I plan on doing is doing videos of basically like Fitness 101, sort of like I did for Fitmas, but even more specific. What's the difference between Tabata and HIIT and AMRAP and EMOM? And when you hear all these words and you're like, I don't know if I want to do an AMRAP workout. What is that? I don't know if I want to do EMOM. What is EMOM? It sounds fun. It's got mom in the name. I love my mama. Let's do it, right? But I think what I want to do is sort of introduce all of those things that when I started, I had no idea. I want to break down the barriers that I put up myself because I believe other people put them up too. But it takes focus. And so that will be one area of focus that I have is on sharing how fitness has changed my life and how I can help you change yours through fitness. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, your nutrition is super important. I'm not going to lie to you. The food that you eat can leave you stagnant. If you're working out all the time, but your eating is still bad and not the food that fuels your body most appropriately, you're going to stay stagnant, but I'd still be willing to bet you feel better. Your weight may not change. I know a lot of you who've been at the same weight for a while, but I also know for several of you, You're doing things that you simply could not have done 2 or 3 years ago, even at the same weight. So, nutrition is super important for weight loss. Fitness is super important for everything else. Anyway, I love it. I hope you love it. But for me, it's going to take focus. And some of that focus has to be on me. So I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to focus on the goals that I have of getting a job, something fitness related. How? I don't know. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little focus. You just got to make sure you're focusing on the positive things, not letting you spiral, but focus, focus, focus. Oh, wait. Oh, y'all saying, oh, wait, where did we start talking about New Year's? Hold on. Oh, Cheryl, I love you. You keeping the chat ready, but then I'm like, wait, did I talk about New Year's Eve plans? I love y'all so much, but now I got to go and see what y'all's plans are. Hold on. Yeah, drum roll, please. Focus. You have to focus. No plans for Gina. Jammies and meat and cheese board for Cheryl. Lorianne is playing cards with her parents. Real party animals. Oh, focus is amazing. Good word for me. Thank you. Oh, sorry to hear about your dad. Chris says Kenneth hurt his leg. Gina claims Uno. Gina won. Uno. Coach Misty is awesome. Thank you, Cheryl. I do appreciate it. I didn't have shrimp, Mama. I made sure in the sushi that it had no shellfish. Oh, I guess shellfish would include the shell. No shellfish. It had tuna and salmon. Were the only two, and eel. Tuna, salmon, and eel. Cream cheese, and then it was deep fried in a tempura batter. Sick. I don't even know if I told you that, Mom. Sick. I was so sick all night long. My hamstrings cramped up so bad because I was so dehydrated. Talk about hurt. Anyway, okay, let's see. My plans for tomorrow night are I'm going to drink the rest of that bourbon. My plan is to start at 5:00. Be like a regular adult who works till 5:00, even though I don't. Pretend like you're a regular adult who works till like 5:00. Then I'm going to start drinking. I'll probably be asleep by 7. Who knows? I have that bottle left, so I don't know that I'm going to drink it all. But I'm going to give it the good old college try. And in college, I could have finished it all. So this new body, though, it's crazy. I cannot drink like I used to. So we probably won't finish. But that's my plan. I'm going to make me a little charcuterie board with some of them on the cracker chips. I got some summer sausage, the garlic summer sausage from Aldi. Oh, it's so good. Got some sharp cheddar cheese, Tillamook sharp cheddar cheese. Cut that into pieces. What else did I have? Because some of it I had, some of it I got. I already had the crackers. I already had the cheese. I bought the summer sausage. Thank you, Mary, for the Aldi gift card. That's what I bought it with. But yeah, that's my plan, to have a charcuterie board, smorgasbord kind of thing, and drinking and fall asleep. Sounds like fun. Will it be? I don't know. It may be a disaster. Or crab. No, see, I stayed away from crab too. I was so good, Mama. I made good choices. I had edamame, and I made sure that the roll that I had no shellfish. And because we normally get this appetite, because this is like the 3rd or 4th year that I've had Christmas Day with Amy, and they always do sushi at this place. And we normally get these, I can't remember what they're called, but it's like, you know how the crab is like shredded? It's like the shredded crab, fresh actual crab, not fake crab, but actual crab meat shredded. And then it's like covered in fresh avocado with like this spicy meat. They're so good. I didn't eat any of them. Tuna and salmon. That was it. Tuna, salmon, and eel. Anyway, I'm real sad that fish are friends and not food. I'm afraid. I'm going to try it again, though. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's get back to it. Everybody's saying good night to Chris. Great word. Thank you. I did. What are my goals? I still don't have a goal. There's no goals because a goal needs to be specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timely. I have no time frame set. I have things that I want to do based on my word of the year. If you consider that a goal, then I'm a great goal setter. I don't consider that a goal. I consider that a thing that I'm going to do. I feel like a goal makes it optional almost. My goal is to get there. No, these are things I'm doing. I am a fitness pusher. Yeah, because I love it. I love it. And it makes me feel great. We went on a 5-mile walk yesterday, Mary. Could you have done that when we first started walking? Maybe. But would you have felt as good? No. Could you use 15 pounds in a workout? No. Yeah, I'm a pusher because it feels great. And I can't control the food that y'all put in your mouth, but I can help you learn how to move your body. Because as we get older, which we're doing every second, we're all dying. It's not an option. You don't get an out. But you can give it a little bit of longevity. Gina says she's been pretty good regarding sugar-free. Before the New Year's, you bought a box of Junior Mints. It was a boo. Should have bought the York peppermint patties. Yeah, Gateway Coach Misty. Yeah, right? I mean, that's kind of like I kept seeing things about gateway drugs, and I was watching these things on weed and meth. They just kept coming up, different documentaries on different people and things like that. And I was like, I am kind of a gateway drug. Because I know a lot of y'all have kind of started it or thought about it because you see how much it's impacted me and how it's changed my life for the better in every way, in every aspect. There's not a thing about it that hasn't changed my life for the better. Not a thing. Even through injury. I knew how to work through the injury. My best friend Amy's injured. Helping her work through her injury. Again, poor baby. Pray for my friend Amy. Because life just keeps throwing it at her. Anyway, Gina says, Cheryl, next year, maybe we will start dehydrating. Yeah, start dehydrating. It's great. Crab salad. No, it wasn't crab salad. It was like a little ball, but inside it was shredded crab. Yeah, that's what Amy was saying too, because their sushi is everywhere. They have sashimi. It's a lot of it's raw. Some of it's cooked. Everything that I had was actually raw but that's what I normally like. And the shellfish is normally cooked. So Amy was like, I bet there was cross contamination. Yeah, I think so too. So I still have a feeling it's shellfish, but I do remember when I was traveling, and I don't even know if I shared this or not, but the night before I met Kirsten, I vomited. And to be honest, I thought it was because I was so excited to meet her because she's helped change my life, right? She's one of those pinpoints in your life that then it shoots off in a different direction. She's one of those pinpoints for me. And I vomited. But now that I think back, that night I had salmon. And I don't eat fish at the house. I eat ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken, ground pork. I don't eat fish here. I do love eel. Eel is delicious. Have to go. That's okay, Lori. I'm wrapping it up. I know I've been here too long. Eel is delicious, though. It's so good. I'm addictive. That's good. I'll take it. Come work out with me. Come work out with me. It'll be fun. I'll teach you things. I'll teach you things to make it easy. I'll teach it to where it's doable, because the reason that I didn't get into fitness was because it was not doable for me. When the whole time it was, I just needed someone to tell me how. Now I know how. I can help you in whatever form. If you want to just do some workouts from your bed, I can help you with that. You want to work out from a chair, I can help you with that. You want to do some high intensity interval training, I can help you with that. This morning, I was telling them, y'all do jumping jacks. I'm not doing that. I'm doing a low impact version. But this is your workout. So you do jumping jacks because they can. And I don't. I can, but I don't because it hurts. In the beginning, I had 4-hour lives. Those were more on other people's channels or if I had a guest. But yes, and I did not do them weekly. So on the weekly live stream, I do like to keep it short and simple and sweet. which means an hour. But today's special, and then I ended up accidentally recapping all of my years instead of just this one. But yeah, so it's been a great journey of fat loss and muscle building, which, yes, you absolutely can do both at the same time. Don't believe the hype. You can lose weight and gain muscle. And then you can lose more weight with that more muscle. It's really neat trick. It's a super trick. It's fun. But yeah, now we're doing it weekly. I like to respect y'all's time, but I miss y'all. I got used to talking to y'all every day, and then I haven't. But I do, like I mentioned, have some videos coming out this week. If you can give those a watch, I think I'm going to do an actual sit-down video again of my word for the year for those who don't watch the live stream. If any of you are traveling in the next few days for the new year, please be safe and focus. That's where it's at. And that's what I'm going to do. Because I don't know what the new year's going to look like. But what I can assure you is it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. So I hope you're here for it. And I hope you're here to hang out as I see what in the world we're going to do next. So for now, like this video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you know how, and comment down below. Do you have any goals, or do you have a word of the year? If so, I'd really love to know what they are and help support you with them. And until next time, I'll see you real soon. Have a great week, everybody. Make it a positive one. Happy New Year!